Welcome back to Fork in the Kitchen. Hi, I'm Becca, and I'm here to help you make meatless meals that everyone will love. And today it is this broccoli pesto pasta. It's got double duty greens with the broccoli pesto and florets in there. You are going to love that it's made with simple ingredients and ready in just 30 minutes. So let's get started. The broccoli will be prepared two ways. So we're gonna cut one portion of it for the pesto and the other portion for the actual pasta. So as far as the pesto goes, because it's going to be blended up, things don't need to be too exact. I'll use the stock pieces as well because again, they're just gonna get blended up. Cut them into mostly equally sized pieces so that when we blanch them, they cook at the same rate. For the pesto, you'll need about 175 grams of broccoli, or about 2 cups, but measuring by weight will give you the most accurate amounts. Okay, so I've got the broccoli for the pesto. So now we're gonna chop the florets that will go in the pasta. So for this, make sure you're chopping the broccoli bite-sized pieces that you'll enjoy eating. But I like to do around 1-inch pieces. So this first batch, we are going to blanch it. So we're gonna put it in the boiling water, get it nice and tender so that it's ready to blend up into our pesto. Put a 1/2 cup of basil in your food processor. It smells so good. Fun fact, I love basil so much that I named my dog after it. All right, we've got our basil in there. So we'll add walnuts. You could also use almonds. Of course, you could use pine nuts if you want to go the traditional route, but walnuts keep it super affordable. Add some Parmesan cheese. Then I love garlic, so we're gonna add 2 garlic cloves. Then we'll use the lemon zest and the lemon juice. So grab a microplane and gently grate it across. Adds such a lovely brightness to the pesto. But don't press so hard that you get that white pith underneath because that can be bitter. Make sure we get every last bit. Now we'll juice it. All right, 1/2 of a lemon was just enough. We've got 2 tablespoons here, so I'll pour it in. And then a little fine sea salt. Our water is boiling, so let's go blanch our broccoli. Let it boil for 1 minute to get just tender enough so that it blends into the pesto. Once it's ready, remove the broccoli with a slotted spoon, but keep the water because we will use it for the pasta. We'll go ahead and add it to the bowl of the food processor. Now it's time to pulse it together until it's kind of a coarse mixture. We're gonna add the olive oil while it's blending to make it really nice and smooth. 1/2 the oil is added, so before we add the rest, I wanna scrape down the sides. Oh, it already smells so good. Give it a quick taste test. It's great. We want it a little extra salty because this is what is going to have the most flavor in our pasta. Add the pasta to the pot of boiling water and cook according to the package directions. With a few minutes remaining, add the broccoli. Before you drain it, make sure you reserve at least 1 cup of the pasta water. I like to set out a measuring cup right by my strainer so I don't forget. Once the pasta and broccoli are drained, add it back to the pot. And then we're gonna stir in the pesto. So nice and bright. Start by adding about a 1/2 cup of pasta water to thin out the pesto and begin stirring it to coat everything. This is the point where you get to decide how thick you like the pesto. It's coated the pasta and the broccoli really nicely. If you like it a little thinner, you can add a little more pasta water. It's totally up to you. I'm gonna just add a little titch. You can serve it with lemon on the side, or I like to just add a little squeeze of lemon right into the pot for a little extra brightness. All right, it's looking good. Let's serve it up. If you know me, you know I love a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese on any pasta. So go ahead, sprinkle a little on if you'd like. But to really elevate this dish and add a ton of flavor, I highly recommend my toasted breadcrumbs. So go ahead and sprinkle them on to your heart's desire.
That one's got a lot of heart's desire.
And I love to add a little black pepper to this too. Now for the best part, we get to dig in. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Let's get a bite of everything. Pasta, broccoli, basil, breadcrumbs. That pesto is so bright and flavorful. The basil flavor is so prominent. These fork tender broccoli florets, oh my gosh, and the breadcrumbs on top just add such a nice texture contrast. So delicious. Be sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss another recipe, and I will see you back here next week for another meatless meal that everyone will love. Until then, happy eating. Just like, okay. That still sounded weird.